I know a guy.
Kim. How come Josh knows everybody? That's so funny. Oh my god. Ah! Why is it so cute? Hello, so if you join Patreon, I have all of these things here. Just wanted to show what I have basically. I didn't get to finish Heart Killers, but everything else I finished, so yeah. Thank you. I've also now got Anteam reactions, SB19 reactions, some bandmate reactions. I'm gonna have different reactions on here, different things that people may want, so please let me know what you want, and you know, then it'll be on here. Okay, hello. So I don't actually know how long it's been since I've watched anything from Nexz. Obviously on Patreon it's every like 3 days that I'm posting a video on Patreon. And right now we're watching the horror thing. What's it called? The horror like episode thing. You know, the one where it's on Real Nexz, but it's where episode 8, the Cursed School episode, and then episode 9 is going to be the next one we watch. So right now I'm going to be watching the next like stuff that I'm going to be recording is Anteam's 100-day journey thing, episode 3 of that, and then the episode 9 of Real Nexz, like the Cursed episode part 2 basically. So I've already watched the part 1 and it was so funny, like, just like spoiler alert, if you know, if nobody can watch it, obviously it was hilarious. Like I just love the idea that you is the scaredy cat of the group, you know what I mean? Like obviously I did guess who the scaredy cats were going to be, but my guesses were kind of wrong, kind of not, because we haven't actually seen the other guys yet. We haven't seen, you know, Tomoya, Yuki, Huey, or Haru and Yu. We haven't seen any of them actually go in. We've only seen Seita and Sogen from the first like part, right? Because they're like the rest of them in part 2. So it was I mean, my guesses, just in case people have already watched the episode and they're not able to watch my reaction, so that you know like who my guesses are. My guesses are or were, I guess, because I've already seen Sogen and Seita, so I already know that, but like my guesses in the show were you, Seita and Sogen, but that was mainly, I don't know why it was, but like Sogen was definitely somebody who I thought would be scared, for sure. Like just the way he is, I feel like he would be scared. Seita's that kind of guy where he looks like he wouldn't be scared, but he probably will be. But then in the actual episode, he was scared in parts, like with Sogen, but Sogen was obviously way scareder. Like you could tell that he was a scaredy cat guy. And then you got scared even when they were in the like group of them, you know what I mean? Like as soon as the lights went out, he tried to hide in between, I think it was Haru and Toya, but he was hiding between people, you know what I mean? He was moving, you know. So you already know he's a scaredy cat, and I'm pretty sure in an actual YouTube video we already saw that he was a scaredy cat in like a compilation video, so we already know he's a scaredy cat. So him being in my guess wasn't really that, you know, it was a pretty obvious thing that he was going to be a scaredy cat. But I didn't realise that, because they were talking about how Haru was also a scaredy cat, and the fact that they're teamed up together is kind of like not good. So they're going to be an interesting duo to see, but I still don't think Haru also gives the vibes that Seita gives to me, where in scaredness at least, where they both look like they're not going to be scared, and then they're probably going to be a bit scared. You know, like Seita gives me the vibes that he isn't going to be scared, and then he was scared a bit. But he just held it better than Sogen and Yu, you know. And we haven't even seen Yu being in there yet, so we're gonna see him go in there and he's gonna be terrified. It's gonna be hilarious. So if you are, you know, if you can't join the Patreon, I'm just letting you know now that it was freaking hilarious seeing that whole thing. And if you are gonna be joining the Patreon, you know, to watch it, or if you know want to join the Patreon now that you know what's on there, I finished the Next to You stuff, so if you wanted to go on there, you know, you can binge that whole thing basically, because I've watched the entire thing now. So if you wanted to like watch it with me, you know, you can. But yeah, obviously all the shorts that I release are every single time I release a short, it's the day that I release the video. So every time a short comes out that is like me reacting to something, unless it's like a BL show or GL or whatever it is, you know, if it's to do with like Nexz or SB19 or behind the scenes of any BLs or End Team, it's always the day of, because I always make sure now that I put it basically, so I upload Patreon stuff at 11 a.m. for me, and then I put the I put the YouTube like short things set for 1 p.m. so it's 2 hours later, so everybody who's on the Patreon gets it like at that time, and then everybody on the YouTube gets it just 2 hours later. So it's not that crazy, but it's just obviously they don't get the full thing, you just get like a tiny bit of it. So I just show you essentially bits of it, so you know what's on the Patreon if you watch the shorts. And a lot of people do watch the shorts, because I get like, you know, sometimes I get like 1k views on those shorts, and people sometimes comment on them, so it really is interesting seeing it. Anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling at this point, but yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. I don't know why, but I thought it would be fun. But anyway, so a few videos came out. So Nexz Can't Hide Visual Film, I don't know what this is going to be, but it's going to be interesting. And then Beat It Dance Practice Michael Jackson, so it looks like that's just 3 members, but I could be wrong, it might just be in the thumbnails any 3 members. It looks like it's, I'm really trying to guess who it could be, because I know Tomoya's changed his hair, so it could be Tomoya. It kind of looks like Seita, and then I don't know who the other guy is, maybe Hiwi, I don't know, it's hard to know because of the hair difference. And then the next hard carry one, which I think released not too long ago, like a day ago or something. So I'm going to do all 3 of these in this video, so you know, let's just get straight to it and we can see what it is going to be like. But it's going to be interesting, because I don't know what the first one's going to be about at all, so let's go. Do we need subs? I'll put them anyway just in case we do. My guy though. Okay, we didn't need them. Oh. See, Tomoya looks so different with his hair. He gives like Haru vibes with that hair. Yo. Woo. Oh my god. Everybody's got different hair. Yo, this is crazy. Ooh. Yo, he looks really good with this hair actually. Haru. Tomoya looks like a bad boy. I like this song. I'm not used to staring at us like that. It's crazy because Yuki and Huey really look like they're in school. Like the others not as much, but they still look like they pull it off a bit, right? Jesus, Tomoya looks crazy. Ooh, the eyes, bro. Yeah, the contacts on Seita, he looks amazing. Yo. Yeah, he's trying to figure out how to confess, right? That's what it looks like. Oh. Oh. Oh, what happened, y'all? I don't know what that says. That's not helpful to me. Do you know what though? I'm in the delusional side of the world right now. So for real, like the first thought I had, you know, when I first saw Sogun and Yu, like, because they were the first ones that showed up, right? Pretty much, like we saw Sogun with that thing, and then Yu is the one that ends up with it. Do you know what I mean? Like he's the one that ends up with it, and whatever the note says, right? Please let me know what the note says. But like the way that I'm thinking about this is like Yu was on the balcony thing, right? And he was like looking out. Sogun was on the bit below it. At least from the visuals we see, that's what it looked like. So, you know, sometimes it looked like maybe Yu was seeing Sogun, you know, from where he is in the school. It was really interesting in that vein. And then everybody else is pretty much all in different areas, like they all stay in completely different places, so you know they don't really seem to be looking at anybody else. You know that they're just like by themselves pretty much the whole time. But I do also find it really interesting that from what I got, at least, it really felt like Sogun was confessing to Yu. Now I don't know if that's true, but that's what I got. So let me just, I want to see if that is what other people got from this. This just made me need a Nexz high school concept even more. It would suit their youthful energy so much. That is interesting. Okay, but you look so immersed into the character as he is really heartbroken. Interesting. See, it's interesting that people get different like things from the thing that they're watching, right? Because for me, I didn't really get heartbroken vibes, but maybe the note that he got is his own note and he never got to give it to anybody, or maybe it's like he got it. I don't know. Like I'm so confused. Literally, I don't know. It suits him so well. Seita's vocals, yeah, Seita's vocals were really good, really freaking good. I think everybody does such a good job with these vocals. I feel like I'm the only one who's delusional because nobody's talking about Yu and Sogun in this. I feel like I must be delusional, for real. Please let me know if I'm delusional or if you also understood like the storyline in the way that I did, but maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know, bro. Shit. Yeah, so it seems like, you know, it seems like I don't know, bro. It really feels, it looks like, oh, wait, maybe the thing that he got back was like, he was trying to give it to somebody else and then they gave it back to him. I don't know. So maybe it's not a Yu and Sogun thing. I don't know. But like, either way, it felt like it was to me. So I'm just going to say it's that, even if it's not. And I don't care. Because I'm delusional. So let me stay delusional. You can tell me in the comments anyway, like, obviously, if I got it completely wrong or not. But like, yeah. I love everybody's hair in this actually though. Like Tomoya, it's interesting because Tomoya looks so soft when he's got his like long hair, especially when he's got like the crazy colours, like the like pink, like the bubblegum pink thing, and then the blue that he always had before. I kind of really love those hair colors on him, but I also think this is a crazy look for him because it gives him so much more of a bad boy look, and maybe that's what they're going to be going for more, because obviously in this role specifically he looked way more bad boy, and the way that he was behaving in this music video too gave such more bad boy energy, right? So I don't know, like, please let me know. But let's get into the B-Tech one. I'm assuming they're choreographing themselves, but I also don't know who this is going to be. I could be completely wrong. Oh my god, it wasn't Sato, it was Haru! Shit. So it is the three that... I got Tomoya right though, at least. Yo. This is crazy. They're killing this. Yo, that was crazy. Oh my god. I'm really trying to watch everybody, but I can't stop. For some reason, in this specific one, I can't stop watching Tomoya. I don't know what it is, like his energy here. He's like really crazy. I don't know if it's the outfit as well, but he was really insane in that. Like, that was crazy. I want to see, does anybody say? It was heartbreaking to see you miss his acrobatic move during the actual performance. Oh, so wait, so especially because it's much harder when he has to start from a much lower position. That's why I'm so happy and relieved to see him land it perfectly here. So they did this on stage already. So they already did this on stage. That's that's really interesting. I kind of want to see the actual one they did of this, like the actual thing. Not somebody saying they thought his foot got stuck. No. I was assuming that he was putting his foot there for a reason, right? But I didn't realize he was going to be flipping like that. That was really interesting though. Yeah, Tomoya was really crazy in this. He literally got possessed by Michael Jackson. I really love how Tomoya performs as if it's the actual stage already. Yeah, the stage presence. I feel like it, as I say, it makes sense that my eyes were drawn to him this time, because like he really owned that, right? He knows exactly how to dress himself according to the songs he dances, whether a dance challenge or a dance in general. True. If he like came in this outfit to perform this, then yeah, he chose the right outfit, bro, for real. I'm obsessed with how Tomoya and Haru have their contrasting styles. That is interesting, true, because like all of them dance so differently. Like you can see that even in this, right? I feel like you can really feel their different styles even just in the moves they do themselves and the differing moves they do, because like in some parts they're all three doing different things, even though it's like the same kind of, because sometimes they're doing like a wave or something, right? Or they're doing like a popping move or whatever, and it's completely different. Like all three of them do it a different way, and it's really interesting to watch because the way they do it is just, it's just, you know. And every time somebody gets in the middle and does something different to the other two, very cool. I love it because it also shows their style too. Like Tomoya's at the start and the end, or like Haru every time he was in the middle doing a different shit, you know. And then you with that thing. I wonder what he did on the stage then, like, you know, like if he got it wrong or if he misplaced his foot or whatever he ended up doing or whatever ended up happening, you know, the fact that he missed that part, very interesting. Like I wonder actually what happened. But let's get into the hard carry one. Like I'm assuming the hard carry one, because obviously this feels like it was their own choreography, which I assume it was, and then this one, it feels like hard carry one is probably gonna, because it's all 7 of them, I think it's gonna be actually the hard carry choreography. I think it's gonna be the actual like GOT7 one, right? So let's just see if I'm right, because I do like this choreo. Oh yeah, I think it is, because that's exactly it. Yo, who's that in the middle? The waist? Is that Haru? Oh my god, it is Haru. That waist is crazy in the middle. I can't stop looking at it, y'all. He is cinched. Later. The arms. I'm not safe anywhere. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shit. Oh. Tummy slip. Oh my god. Oh, that was cool with the hand. Matching this vocal. Are they gonna make up their own like choreo at the end? Or are they doing the actual choreo? I think it's the actual choreo. That was cool. I'm always interested in like, because obviously when we watched the Stray Kids cover, like Walking on Water, they did everything, like there were parts of it where it was the choreo and then parts of it where it was completely new and completely their own stuff, right? At least from what I could pick up on, right? So I think like maybe the first part was like the actual choreo, right? Like the Walking on Water I think was actually the Stray Kids choreo, and then they started doing other stuff in parts of it, but it was really cool to watch. And with this one, I feel like this one was completely just all the GOT7 choreo. Obviously they did not do like part of it. They didn't do like the second whole part, like the middle essentially of it, right? They just kind of went from the first chorus, I think, to the end of the song, I think. But everybody killed that, y'all. I don't know, like I'm trying to think of who stood out the most. Like I feel like the people I was watching a lot was this is difficult, because I kind of with me, like a lot of the time I will look at like the people that are right there, even if I am trying to look at everybody. It's like the people that come to my face are like the ones right in the front, right? But I do think I was looking at Seta a lot, and Huey, which is very interesting. Like Huey was like really killing that shit, you know what I mean? And obviously the times when you and Tomoya were in the middle and Haru, they were killing it for real. Like obviously at the start I was looking at Haru. I feel like pretty much after the start I've stopped looking at Haru. I don't know if he went in the middle at any other point after that, but like I basically wasn't looking at him any of the other time, you know, unless I was like glancing around, but I really wasn't actually paying attention to him specifically after the first bit that he did, right? So I feel like he killed that part for sure, because I was only looking at him, but like the rest of it I was focusing on like Seta and Huey, I think. And obviously Tomoya's arms were distracting me too. More so his chest, I guess, than arms. But like, yeah. And then Yu was killing it when he was in the middle, when he did that floor thing, like down his, you know, when he put his hand down like that and then did the floor thing. I'm pretty sure it was Bam Bam who was in the middle of that, but I can't remember. But everybody killed it for real. Like they all like brought their A game for this, you know what I mean? They all like look like a team, you know what I mean? They look like a whole group, and I love that. That's why it's really difficult, because like because they were so together, no one really distinctly stood out. I feel like that's why. But like for me, I think I was watching those two the most, like Seta and Huey. But I feel like every time Huey, he had like, either he was at the side but like still in the middle, not in the middle, in the front. He was either in there, you know, after Harry was gone, that's when I noticed Huey and Seta, but Seta was first and then Huey, but Huey came out, and I think he was in the side, and then I was looking at him, and then he was in the middle for like a bit of it, I think at the end, but he was really killing that, and everybody was, obviously, but I'm just saying like the ones who stood out to me specifically. I do want to know like who stands out to you in this as well. Like obviously it might be completely different, but like the synchronization of everybody in this was really cool. Like, I feel like when it comes to synchronization, the group that I always think about is 17. So it'd be really cool if Nexz will be one of them as well, because I do love the synchronization, especially when you have new music and you literally just hear like the footsteps all at once and it's just like a big loud clonk, you know. That's really cool. But yeah, I do wonder why they always seem to cover different groups, right? Like, do they not want to do because obviously sometimes they do cover, not cover, they do make their own like choreo up from different things, but I do want to know like why they did this song and they didn't like change it. I'm always interested in that. Or maybe it's just so they can get better at dancing together and everything, because that is a good idea as well, to just do this for synchronization purposes too, and to get better as a group and everything like that. That'd be really cool. But I'm pretty sure it's all the same, right? I'm pretty sure the dance didn't actually change, but I could be wrong. Please let me know. It's been ages since I've heard this song as well, like Hard Carry Got 7. Like, it's literally been years. So generally when I've listened to MV songs, especially too many freaking times, I never really go back to them, because every time I go back to them I think about the time that I listened to them and then I'm like, oh god. You know what I mean? So I mean, sometimes obviously it's not bad, but sometimes it's because I like some songs I remember because I read books to school or back home from school, and then it makes me remember times when I was on the bus and I hated them, you know what I mean? I hated times on the bus sometimes. So I just, you know, I never listened to those songs specifically, but a lot of those songs that I listened to back then weren't even K-pop, so that's always a good thing to remember. But yeah, it was mainly like, you know, 2013, 2012, whatever, pop songs at that point, because I think at that time all I had was like the nows on my thing, you know, like the now, that's what we call music stuff, like whatever numbers at that time there were. I think that's all the songs I had. And I remember one of them was Katy Perry, one of the Katy Perry songs, because it always reminds me of a book I read, and I still don't know what the book was, but it was about like vampires, and it was like a girl being at a school that, I think it was like a vampire school or something, I don't know. But obviously this book was at school, so I can never find out what book it was because it was at school. But yeah, I'll never figure out what book that was in my life, I bet you. But it was always fun to read on the bus. But I haven't read since I started driving myself, so that's pretty terrible obviously, but I just never have time to read anymore, and I don't really want to. I do have books, but you know, I don't really want to read them. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. Goodbye, thank you for watching. Goodbye.
That was a lot of like nonsense.
Can't be kidding.